Hello everyone, this is Jeb. This is Boozing Boards with Jeb and Mickey. Though Mickey has left after that game of Machikoro. He was so mad at Kim that he was like, I'm out of here.
Hey.
Well, since he left, me and Kim wanted to play Kanzume Goddess, so we're going to do a video of that. Not sure if many of you have heard of it, but it's a sort of deck building game. I don't know what to liken it to. We recently played Star Realm, so it's similar to that. You pretty much start with a 10 card deck of the basic cards of buying stuff. In this game it's called Faith, so instead of money you use faith to buy cards. And then you also want to attack your opponent. The way this plays is that I'm representing one god of mythology. We've already randomly decided I'm going to be the Greek gods and Kim is going to be the Norse god. So she picked, Valkyrie? And I picked Zeus. So after you get your starting god, you put this little marker thing to show how much life they have. So in a 1 versus 1 player, it's 15 life each. After that, you set up the board as so. These are the ones that are always there. This priestess is a +1 faith, so it's just like a generic +1 faith to buy stuff. The bishop's a little better, +2. And the sacred guardian allows you to do reactions of defense. So if she attacks me, I could play this from my hand and defend. Up here are the warriors. These are disciples, these are warriors. The warrior decks are all shuffled randomly, and right now we will reveal the top 6 of them.
So you said even below that it'll be different cards.
Yep, I randomly shuffled everything, so there's a chance of the same things being shown. Like up here, there's 2 of the same. Whoa.
Pretty art.
Well, yeah, the art's really nice.
You did say that.
Hey. Nice. So basically on your turn, what you do is both of us start with 5 cards in our hand. On your turn, you will play cards, or I guess at the beginning you can activate any of your god's abilities if they allow it. You'll play the cards from your hand, and that usually either entails buying, like purchasing power with faith, or attack power, which is going to do damage to your opponent. So you can buy as many cards as you want that are face up, and when you buy a card, you put it face down on top of your deck. Most games usually just put it in your discard, but in this one you put it on the top of your deck, so it's kind of strategic that way. And the game ends when we get down to 0. One of the gods get to 0 health. I think that's most of the game. There's a thing called the Netherworld, which is pretty much like the cards removed from play. If we run into any other terms, we'll explain them. Other than that, I think we're ready to start. The booze I am drinking is Krabby's Fruits. It is
it's like a lemonade.
Alcoholic lemonade.
It's pretty good. Nothing too special though, I think.
Yeah, it's good. It's a fizzy lemonade, I guess.
And I'm drinking water.
Yeah, so does Nick. So, alright, so it's booze and water and boards. So, we'll get the game started. We both start the game with 5 cards in our hand. It's our first time playing this game, so forgive us if it's awful. Do you want to go first, or should I?
Yeah, I'll go first, I guess.
Oh,
so.
Alright, let me check to see if the camera can see that. They can only see 2 of them. So...
Here, if I move my deck down, I can slide these up.
Is
that better?
Well, I'll zoom out instead of in. 1 more, 2 more. There we go. Okay, you can see all 5 of her cards, but you can't see her deck. So that's fine.
That's fine. There's nothing to see with the deck.
Yeah.
So anyway, it looks like I got all the same card here.
Yeah. So.
And you said these are guardians. What are these
called? They are disciples.
Disciples. Okay.
And the monetary value is called faith. So right now she has 5 faith
5
to buy
money
from.
to buy something here.
The cost of the cards you can buy are on the top right. So these are 2, 3, 3. And
I'd
we've
like
got
to buy this one.
All right.
I read them.
Oh, she read them when I was explaining everything.
Yeah, so this flips over?
Yep. Once you buy the card, you flip the next card over, and then the card she bought goes on top of her
This
deck.
goes in my discard.
Yep, and all the cards she played go to her discard.
So, do you know how many different ones of those are available?
No clue. I did not look at that. This is probably somewhere.
So, by the way, the Capricorn that I got, if I play it, it has an action of drawing a card, an extra card for that turn. And then my reaction, if you would attack me, is defense and protect, defending value of 2. So, if you'd attack, I could defend for 2. I thought that card kind of seems the most versatile, I guess, out of the ones available. Or at least the most generalized. That'd be easier to work into a deck. Because I don't quite know what to expect yet.
Yeah, I don't know either. A lot of these are drawing cards.
Or removing cards from the gameplay and sending it to the
that could help.
Netherworld graveyard.
Alright, so since Kim did her turn, I will do mine. So I only have 4 faith power. When you start the game, you have 8 priestesses and 2 sacred guardians. The sacred guardian only does reaction stuff, so it's kind of useless right now, since neither of us are attacking. So I've got 4 purchasing power. I think I am going to buy...
I just realized, so the card I bought is identical to that guardian, except it lets you also draw a card.
Yeah, and when you bought this, it's supposed to go on the top of your deck. You put it in your discard.
Oh, really? That's a difference then.
Yeah, it's a different mechanic than Star Realms.
Then I'll just put this in my deck.
Yeah. Alright, so I have 4 purchasing power. I'm going to buy Aquarius. I don't know if that's what she bought, but it says I can draw 2 cards if I wanted to. So I put that on top of my deck. After I purchase stuff, all the cards go to the discard, so even the card in my hand gets discarded. And then I draw back up to 5 cards. So guess what? I got the card that I bought. So now it is Kim's turn. While she's doing her turn, I'll explain the god's abilities. I have Zeus. He has 2 different abilities. One says I can skip my play phase, which is when I play all my cards out. If I do, I can do 1 damage to multiple opponents. But since it's a one-on-one game, I don't know if I'm going to use that. It's not that powerful. This game can be up to 3 versus 3, so it gets pretty interesting. My other one is during my play phase, I can do a junction. A junction is revealing the top card of your deck and discarding it. And it says if I do that and I have a card in my hand that matches it, then I can look at Kim's hand and put a bunch of warriors into the Netherworld, which means removed from the game. And if I do that, I would lose life equal to the number of warriors. So I'm like giving up my life to get rid of her stuff. So I'll let Kim talk about her turn right now.
Okay, so I only have 3 cards down because, well, clearly the ones still in my hand are reaction cards, which can't really be used at this point. They'll end up getting discarded. But, so I have 2 money here to spend, or faith, I guess you would call it, as well as the card that I bought last turn. So that lets me draw a card. So I get to do that right now, and then I guess I can play it right now on this turn. So that gives me another money. Alright, so all I have now is 3 to buy.
Flip that.
So let's see here. So that would mean I could get this Sagittarius, or I could buy another Priestess, Bishop, or the Guardian. Let's see here. So the Bishop would give me 2 extra money, whereas this one would let me draw a card. And then I can also select a visible card in this area and trash it in the Netherworld. Honestly, I'm going to go with the Bishop.
Oh, so she's buying
So you're saying, like, right now I don't have anything left in my deck. So
you don't have a deck, so that would go face down and be the only card in your deck. Everything goes to your discard.
Including these 2 from my hand that I
Yep,
couldn't
since you
use.
couldn't play. And then now you would draw up to 5. So since you only have 1 card in your deck, you would draw that one, and then shuffle your discard and draw 4 more. So it's kind of like a normal deck builder. Except usually in those, I think Dominion as well, if you buy something, it goes to your discard.
That's why I put it in my discard at first.
Yeah, it's kind of a different mechanic, but I mean, we're learning, so.
Alright.
Alright, so it's my go. I will play 3 Priestess, which gives me 3 Faith, and an Aquarius, which says draw 2 cards. Or I could choose any number cards in your hand and put them into the Netherworld. I don't want to do that right now, so I'm just going to draw 2. So I can draw 1 from my deck, and then I got to shuffle my discard. And draw another one. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 purchasing power. So I can buy 5 worth of stuff. I think I'm going to buy... wow, which one's flipped over? Pisces let the player look their hand. I don't care.
They look so religious and pure, don't they?
With all the
those
boobage.
priestesses.
I will buy a 2-1 and a 3-1, and when I do that, I need to put them face down on top of my deck. And I had one
So
of
you
the
bought
reaction.
Which ones did you
I
buy?
bought one of each of these because I had 5 to spend.
All right.
So it's Kim's turn. While she's doing her stuff, I will explain Valkyrie. Actually, I won't explain it all. The first one is an ability that says whenever one of her disciple cards would be put into the Netherworld, she can activate it. And the second is whenever a warrior card is put into the Netherworld, she can do stuff. So whenever those things go off, we'll explain her ability. So I'll be quiet for now.
So I have 6 faith or money. I'm just looking at what cards or card I want to get. Let me see this one. So this one would help me discard some of your cards, but I don't know if I really want that right now.
It looks like a lot of these are support cards. Like nothing's doing damage to anybody.
So this would let you trash some of the not so good cards, at least.
If it says
for good, for Netherworld.
Choose any number of cards in your hand and put them
Yeah,
in
so
the
it helps
Netherworld.
cycle out some of the worst.
Yeah, so if
ones.
you're buying a bunch of
or
these
even the
+2s,
reactionaries.
yeah. But I mean, if we ever run into attack things, maybe the reactionaries.
But
would be
I
good.
have cards that do reactionary and actions, so it'd be better to have those for both situations.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But strangely, none of this stuff attacks, which is kind of weird to me because this game's about attacking, and it looks like it's all drawing cards right now. So we'll see. And then there's a couple that say like the god gains 2 energy, which would increase their energy, which means they're getting more life. I believe in the 1 versus 1 player, there's a rule that says the game ends if a god reaches 25 energy. So we're at 15. If you gain 10 energy from there, you win. Or if the other god goes down to 0, you win. So
I just bought one that was worth 4. So I have 2 money left if I so wish to buy. The only thing I could get would be one of these.
you have 2 faith.
Faith.
Yeah.
So do you think it would be worth it to buy something of that low of money to add into my deck?
I honestly don't know. I'm not a huge deck builder kind of player.
Right.
But I mean, from my experience, you want to get rid of the low level stuff if you have the high level. But in this
But
case,
we're starting out yet, though.
we're
right?
still in the beginning, and I mean, you don't want to. You want to be as efficient as possible
So
with
I guess I'll just
your
take
money or faith. So yeah, I mean, I would have taken it and not lost the two faith.
Right.
So.
Okay, that's my turn.
All right. For my turn, I've got 3 priestess and a bishop, and that gives me 5 faith to spend. So I'm going to buy. I will buy the Sagittarius, and that goes on my deck. This gets flipped over, and I've got 2 left to spend. And I will
You're
buy
in the same
a
boat as
priestess.
me, then.
Yep.
Alright. So I get to draw a card because of my Capricorn. And it's another faith. So I have 3 money, faith, whatever you want to call it. So honestly, I can't even get any of those, so I'd have to go with this one, because I don't really see a reason yet to have
Yeah, I
blockers.
mean,
I know it
if
sounds
nobody,
weird, but
I mean, nobody's buying attacking cards, and the only
I have to discard these.
yeah,
so.
the only way that I can attack is using my ability, but he only does 1 damage to her, and I know she has defenders that block for 2, so why would I do that? For my turn, I got a priestess. Sagittarius lets me draw a card, select a visible card in the public area, and put it into the netherworld. So I can put a card in the netherworld. I'll put a Pisces in the netherworld. And let's see what that flips. Ooh, a mermaid. And I get to draw a card from that. Then I will play Aquarius. And I can either draw 2 cards, or I can choose any number of cards in my hand and put them in the netherworld. I draw 2 cards for each card put into the netherworld that way. So I'm going to be super risky. I've got 2 of these sacred guardians.
You're getting rid of them?
I'm getting rid of them to draw 4 cards. 1, 2,
Weren't those
3.
the only ones you have?
They were the only ones I had.
So now you have no blockers unless you have a warrior?
Yep.
Or, isn't that what they're called? Yeah, warriors.
But look at this payoff.
Oh man.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 faith that I can
you can
spend.
get anything.
I think I'm going to buy this mermaid.
Wait, what does it say? I didn't read that one yet.
The first one is gain 2 faith, or choose a god that god gains 1 energy. I want to choose.
Does God mean like?
Yeah, the gods are our people.
Why would it choose a god? Wouldn't it just be your god?
In a 2-on-2 or a 3-on-3 match, it's a team play. So you have like a main god and supporting gods. So you could like help out your friends.
Or you can just give those points to me.
Oh yeah, saw. I'm gonna buy this 2 person, and I'm supposed to put these on the deck. I keep forgetting that. So that's my turn.
Okay. Okay, this looks pretty good. So I got my Capricorn, which will let me draw another card. And then I got a bunch of faith, and let's see here, and 1 other faith. So I have, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 that I can buy. Siren, that's a new one. What's this one say? Choose a card in your discard pile and put it in your hand. So how would that work? If I play this on my turn,
I believe
where
those
is
cards
my
are.
hand at that point?
I do not think they're into your discard yet. Like you would have to have the discard.
No, I'm
pile.
asking though, what is your hand after you already played your hand?
It's cards you haven't played yet. I believe you have to
So you
do it in a
trash
certain order. What?
Because you said whatever's left in your hand at the end of your turn gets trashed.
Yeah.
So if I already played my 5 cards, why would I want another card in my hand if I can't play it?
I'm confused. Which part are you
You're
reading?
playing it as an action after you played your 5 cards, and it says you take 1 from your discard pile and put it in your hand.
Just
but-
turn your discard and put it in your hand. Yeah, so.
But it gets discarded then, because if you already played 5 cards.
No, because this is one of the cards in your hand. If you played all of these together, say this was with it, right? Then this says you can take 1 from your discard. So if you had the discard pile, you would put that in your hand and you could play that right away.
Why would I be able to play it right away?
Because you can play it all in the play phase.
You can only have 5 out at a time though, unless it says
What do you
like.
mean 5 out at a time?
You told me you could only have 5.
No, you have 5 cards in your hand in the beginning of your turn. You draw up to 5 cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool then.
Yeah, so this cycles discarded cards back to your hand.
Like,
So-
I knew this one can bring out extra stuff.
Right.
But it doesn't say you can play it. Well,
What do you mean? Oh,
I
when
mean, it
says
just says draw a card, which I
Yeah,
assume
and
means
then you
play
just
it.
play it.
Whereas
Yeah.
that one specifically says hand.
Yeah, you just
I
put it
don't
in your
know.
hand and play it.
Okay,
So-
cool.
So that goes on your deck.
So this one was worth 5 and I had 6.
Yeah. So you have. Oh, flip this card over. Oh, Fierce Star.
Ooh. It also adds +2 to attack. If it
Yeah, I
has an
saw that
attacking
ability. I was hoping.
Yeah, I'm
you didn't
definitely
notice.
gonna buy that.
No.
And then I have what 1 money left,
One
which
money.
can't do anything.
No.
All right, that's it.
Wow. Alright, for my turn, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Priestess, And a mermaid, which gives me 2 faith points, so that's 6 total. I'm going to buy this Fierce Star because she is an attacker. And then I will spend the other 2 on a Disciple. Oh, and I'm supposed to put these on the top of my deck.
What did you buy?
Fierce Star. For an action attacking value 1, you may choose any number of warrior cards in your hand and put them into the Netherworld. Gain +1 attacking value for each card put into the Netherworld.
Okay.
So I can get rid of my warriors to increase her attack.
Whoa, this art's crazy. Ooh, attacking value 4.
What?
That's an attack card.
Holy crap.
She's cute too.
She looks like a succubus Miku or something.
My turn now?
Yeah, Miko, not Miku.
So, I got my siren. So I get to choose a card from my discard pile and play it, basically. So I have, oh man, I'm like 1 money short of being able to buy that thing.
Oh darn.
Man. So I'll just pick one that gives me 2 extra money. So I have 5. Oh darn.
I think there's... Oh, so there's a rule I completely forgot about.
Okay.
There is a thing called the color restraint. Each warrior card, so on a warrior card there's these three circles. There's a big one and 2 small ones with certain colors. It says that you may only play 1 warrior card per turn. But if you have a card that matches the color on one of the follow-up colors, so this one, for example, is red, and it has these 2 colors of like white and yellow.
So those you can only play a
So
white
you
or a
could
yellow.
play, yeah,
That's
in
it.
addition
Not
to
red, because
Well,
you already played the red.
Yeah, what you would do is play her, and then you could play a white one, and that white one has 2 follow-ups of its own.
I see.
So you can stack.
So you
that
could not
way.
do a red followed by another red, basically.
Well, for her, yeah, because
Right.
there's no red follow-up.
In that example.
Yep. So I don't know if I think we've only been playing 1 warrior per turn because we've only been buying one a turn. So.
But this lady would let you play 2 reds.
She lets you play
following?
2 reds. Yeah.
Okay. So you want to pay attention to these colors,
Yep.
I guess. That's complicated because a lot of them are.
Yeah,
all
it's
over
so
the place.
random. I completely forgot about that thing until I was looking at the card in my hand. I think we've been playing.
I may have played 2.
That's all right. I mean, it's our learning video.
So what did I? Okay, so I was looking at what I wanted to buy, and I was gonna buy this Capricorn, I think.
Okay.
Yep. Because I had 5. All right.